You're now listening to a Rat House production podcast. For more podcasts like this, head to retthaus.net. Hey, you guys, and welcome to Comics After Dark for the real comic book fan. I'm your host, MTR, also known as Matt the Rat, and as always,
Tiffany.
Hey, Tiffany, how you doing this week?
Doing good. How are you?
I'm doing interesting.
Doing interesting.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it was a good week, but I wouldn't say it was a bad week. I'm getting older, man, and with the baby on the way, it's just
you're getting more old.
The anticipation.
That whole fatherhood is hitting you.
It's
the
getting
anxiety.
Not fatherhood, but it's more like I feel like I'm unprepared.
You're always gonna feel that way.
That's what everybody's saying, but everybody says the same thing. You're gonna be a great dad, Matt. And it's like that doesn't help me. Like, tell me what to do, and they're like, you be fine, man. I'm like, that doesn't help me either.
You can't really tell somebody because it just depends how you bond with your child. Because you're gonna know what it needs. Sometimes no, but hey.
Life is about to get interesting.
It's like a new video game. You gotta try all the stuff.
Yeah, you gotta be a noob at it. You gotta be a noob at it like me. Well, it's a slight whack attack. That's what I will say. Wah, wah, wah. So, it's just so bad at that one part. All right, you guys.
That's why it's a whack attack.
So whack attack this week is that they have supposedly casted Raven for the TV show Titans, and the person that will be playing Raven is Tegan Croft as
Who
Raven.
is that?
Exactly my fucking problem. It's some chick from Australia. Apparently she's huge in Australia and she's known there.
I was thinking Tegan and Sarah.
That's what I mean, honestly. Seeing this person, I wish we could pull up a photo, but seeing this chick, first off, she's 10. She looks 10. I don't know how tall she is, but at least the profile picture I saw, she looks like a kid.
So what, is this going to be a child Raven?
I think it's going to be more like
how they grow up?
I think they're trying to go really young, so as the years go, kind of like Harry Potter. Mm-hmm. Like how they started off with them really young and they grew up and grew up and grew up. I think.
Well, that's how the book started.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So I think that's what they're pushing for is with this Titan show.
More money.
More like
prolong it.
More like you're unknown, so I'm gonna pay you cheaper, and hopefully, with the popularity of the TV show, it'll grow bigger and bigger.
And you get paid more.
And then you get paid more, and you grow up. But apparently, wouldn't the parents keep the money at that moment?
There's new laws now, so
I'm
not sure.
Oh yeah, there has to be some for college and all this other stuff, right?
Yeah, there's only a certain amount the parent could take. I think it's maybe how a manager is of 10%. They can't take over the child.
That's good because kids needed that.
Oh yeah, because it happened with Corey Feldman and it happened to Macaulay Culkin. That's when they started making that law.
Really?
The parent can't spend all their money.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's good. If my child is a star, I'll make him make billions so I can make millions. Genius. So, Tiffany, whack attack.
A whack attack is Uncle Ben is confirmed for Marvel Cinematic Universe.
No.
So we're going to see another new Ben.
No.
That is one big pile of shit.
And it's how many times do you get to see Ben get shot? And dying. But the reason why is because Parker's origins has always been tied with great power comes with great responsibility, and that's their main reason why is they're bringing Uncle Ben into the MCU.
Well, supposedly at some point we're supposed to get the Spider-Verse, so we're gonna travel into a whole bunch of different places, and that could be a good place to pull in Uncle Ben rather than have him Peter and some flashback that I don't want to see.
But they saying they're not gonna make a whole scene. It's gonna be a flashback. So it's gonna be a small scene of, because there's no reason to start that all over again. If
you had a chance to cast,
because you know how Aunt May and homecoming. She's all like, "Oh, these were your Uncle Ben's clothes for the what he wore."
And she looks relatively young too, so that so we're gonna have like a relatively young Uncle Ben then.
Yeah, who would it be? Is it gonna be James Franco? Because he's like in everything now. He makes a little small scene.
What about what is it? Ewan McGregor?
Ewan McGregor.
I could see him as Uncle Ben.
Because he played Ben.
Did he play Ben? Oh,
Ben Kenobi.
Ben Kenobi. I didn't think about that. Awkward. Yeah. I mean, what do you think? Who do you think? Who would? Because you're already a hard critic with Spider-Man because you don't care for it much. So, what would make you happy as an Uncle Ben?
What if they put Joe Pesci as Uncle
Ben?
I mean, they work together, and
it's actually my cousin Vinny. like, no.
I don't know.
Although I would laugh my ass off if that were to happen. That's like a dream scenario. Get them back together. What, you not happy? I told you thank you. It'd just be hard Boston accents. Oh. Or Jersey accents, yeah.
Joyzy,
yeah.
I don't know. I haven't really thought about who could be playing Uncle Ben because I think of that character as an old guy, but like they threw in Marissa Tomei, so it's like who would fit at her age.
She's looking good, dude. She is looking good. Mm-hmm. In fact,
Tom Hanks.
Oh, yes. That's a plug-in from like That's Life, dude. Hell yeah, Tom Hanks. I'd go for it. I'd go for it in a heartbeat. But what would he have an accent too? Would he have a New York accent?
He is from New York. He lives in New York. Yes. Do you not follow his Instagram? I follow him all the time.
I do follow his Instagram.
He's in New York. He's always running around the city.
Do you think he'll ever come on That's Life?
I wish. Okay. I keep sending messages to him.
Do you really?
Yes, I'm gonna come on the show. We have a segment specifically. Tom
thanks. It'd be great. You know what'd be great is if he called in, but he did like he did the fucking Catch Me If You Can. Do you want to hear a joke? Knock knock. Go fuck yourself. Let's go ahead. Let's get into this week's announcements. Of course, you guys go to audibletrial.com/rathouse and you will get 1 month free, including a free book. The next book that I'm going to conquer is Michael Crichton's State of Fear, which is another 1,000-page book.
Nice.
And I'm really excited. I love his books. Jurassic Park is one of the top books now.
Did you read that one?
Oh, yeah.
I have the old book. It's like from the 90s.
Dude, Jurassic Park is a great book. Like, other than there's a park with dinosaurs, it is completely different. And so much more happens in it. I kind of like, too, when you're reading it, instead of having chapters, it'll say, like, control room, river, and it'll like follow the characters to where they're.
It had a map in the book too.
It did, yes, it did, yeah, at the very beginning.
I was like, "What the fuck is this?"
And it's great too because the further you read through it, like
you could go back and see it.
Not only that, but Ian Malcolm explains like his chaos theory. So within every like huge point that happens, he explains something and it adds on and adds on. It's a really great book, highly suggested. So go ahead if you want to listen to any of those. Go ahead and go to audibletrial.com/rathouse. Over 180,000 books and counting. Of course, you guys go to rathouse.net and click on our Geek Fuel app. You will get 30% off of your first Geek Fuel box. So that means you'll get some attire, you'll get something through Steam, you'll get
get free games.
Yeah, you'll get the pin, and then normally you get like some other random like little goodie. It's always like there's some exclusives, but there's some that aren't, and it's mix match and all that. So go ahead, go to rathouse.net, click on the Geek Fuel link, or if you want, click on the Hot Topic link. You will get up to 50% off of any shorts or tank tops, as well as you will earn $15 for every $30 that you spend on there, which I know it's during August, but I hope that
back to school, man, you need some shit.
And on top of it, you got some big movies coming out, so I hope within this month they're gonna do It, and I can start buying some like It apparel.
Yeah, I just finished reading that book too.
What did you think rereading it? Is it still as good as you thought it was?
So good, but there was this part that was so tripping me out, like the turtle part.
Oh yeah, the first time Bill goes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Hey, buddy."
Yeah.
He doesn't remind me like of some high ass
crush.
Like,
righteous.
Is this where they got the idea?
Right. I could see it too. Yeah, and he like kind of like they like talk to each other.
Yeah, and then I got confused. I'm like, so what was the point of that part?
I think, like, at least within that book, I feel like
that was like his power, like that it used.
Well, you know what? Go ahead and go to the Hunt for the Paranormal last week, and not only we break down the origins of it and like how to kill it and a whole bunch of other things. So that would be a great podcast to go ahead and check out, and you'll see my thoughts on it. Last but not least, download Lyft and use our promo code RHP. You will get 10 rides, $5 off for first-time users. We used Lyft the entire time at Comic-Con, and it was great because once again, especially when you start using Lyft a lot, they'll randomly give you like, hey man, $50 free and all that good stuff. So
$5 off your ride.
Hey man, honestly, I think then it only costs us like $10 a day to get from like 6 miles out from Comic-Con to head in, if not less.
It was like 10 to 11, but it depends also your tipping. But mainly it's like $10.
Yeah. And of course, shout outs to fanboynation.com, growing up, not growing old podcast, Shane Great Lie, that hashtag show via YouTube and .com, Radio Free Mandalore, and the Everything Bagel podcast. All right, Tiffany, let's get a little close. Let's get a little warm. Let's get into word around the campfire. Now, Tiffany, word around the campfire is the Inhumans sucked. I've had a lot
of... Not the comic book, right?
No. But the TV show apparently is not good. I've heard a lot of people that went to interview the cast and saw the Inhumans at Comic-Con, and it seems like the reviews are coming back extremely negative. They're saying it's a little too campy, it's a little too, hey, look at me, but at the same time, didn't we feel the same way when Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. first came out?
Yeah.
So...
It took a while for Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. for me, and after I got past it, then I was like, all right, finally.
I jumped on and jumped off only for Ghost Rider.
Yeah.
That was it. Well, did you continue after that at all? Or no?
I watch it here and there, but not fully committed to it. And then when Ghost Rider, I'm not really a big fan of Ghost Rider. I don't know, maybe because Nick Cage ruined it for me.
No, Nick Cage did ruin it. In fact, that's still one of like the worst movies I've ever seen. I will say though, I was interested because of
Elektra or Catwoman or Daredevil, the original.
Catwoman was bad. Daredevil was bad, but I mean like Ghost Rider was just so empty. At least like the other ones were like, man, this is bad, but like you continue to watch it. While watching Ghost Rider, you're like, fuck, dude, I can't see this anymore. Like I physically can't fucking watch this shit. That's how I felt. What? Okay, power round. Power round. What is the worst comic book movie you have ever seen?
Comic book movie.
I'm still gonna stand firmly.
The Punisher.
Oh, that one's bad. That was really bad.
The one with John Travolta.
Is that Punisher or Punisher Warzone? That might be Punisher Warzone. Can we get a fact check on that one? John Travolta, Punisher? Fuck, that one's bad.
Because Punisher was like, the first one was like, whatever, but to the time.
X-Men Origins?
It was okay.
Oh. Fantastic Four.
It's the 2004 Punisher.
Hold on. What was it?
It's the 2004 Punisher.
Okay.
So that's just the regular Punisher?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just that Punisher. It's not Punisher Warzone.
Not Warzone.
Ooh, shit. Fuck.
Most of the X-Men's are pretty bad.
What about the wasn't there a James Cameron Swamp Thing movie or John Carpenter and it was really bad?
I haven't seen that one.
I remember it happening. I know there's a Swamp Thing movie. There's a live action 80s Swamp Thing movie.
Are they making another Swamp Thing?
No, they're doing Justice League Dark and he's supposed to be introduced.
Fantastic Four, I say the one that recently came out was the worst. The other ones aren't not that bad. I mean, that was when the beginning of Marvel movies were coming out.
Yeah,
that's all we had.
and it was so
they're way better than the one that just came out.
Yeah.
That's all I can say.
You know what? I have to say, I haven't seen Fantastic Four, so I'm going to firmly stand with Ghost Rider because I still haven't been able to rewatch it since then. Everything else I've seen, even X-Men Origins, I have rewatched.
I still watch the X-Men because even when there's nothing on, I'll just watch it. But nothing that literally like cringes.
Nothing cringes you?
I don't know. I think it was that Punisher one because it's just like he's just dragging John Travolta with that car or whatever. And lights it up and it's like all of a sudden the Punisher's facing. I'm like, when did anyone have time for that? When did he go back and was like, I'm gonna do this?
I have nothing better to do.
Yeah.
It's all good. So all right then. Okay. But you guys,
BVS.
Inhuman sucking. You know what? Rewatching BVS and once again imagine it as like an actual comic book, it wasn't as bad. I'm not saying it made it a good movie, but it definitely bumped it up a little bit.
That part was like, Martha, why'd you say her
I
name?
once again didn't say it was good. Did you see the meme that I posted on the Facebook page?
No.
It was Ben Affleck talking to Jason Momoa, and he's like, "What's the name of your mom?" And he goes, "Aqua Martha." And he goes, "Yeah, welcome to the Justice League." Oh man. But you know what? Inhuman sucking. It's just word around the campfire.
I'm still gonna go see it in theaters. Those 2 episodes.
That's cool. Yeah.
See what happens. See if I like Medusa's hair. If that's gonna be bugging me the whole time.
It's beautiful red hair. I need some hair, some long,
It's
beautiful
so bad
hair.
the way they, I don't know, digitalized it somewhat.
Yeah, they made, I don't know, even the way they shot it, it seems really bright.
Mm-hmm. But they say like it's the purpose of it because it like moves and like it's like literally her weapon as well. So it's like I don't care.
Yeah, basically.
Let's see. Is that it?
You didn't have a word around the campfire?
No, I was.
Yeah, I'm
did
done.
You say that last part.
Yeah, yes,
That's
I
just
did.
word-
But that's just word around the campfire once again.
Okay.
What you got?
We're around the campfire. Will FX deliver Legion's iconic hair
And the
for
answer
the
is
season 2? Apparently, they did an interview with Steven, the main guy who does Dan Stevens,
Okay.
the main character.
Yeah.
He threw a hit that there are some cool outfits that we haven't seen. There's some hair that we've got to work up. That we've got to work up to. There's also some location. There's some stuff in Tibet. In the comics, I wouldn't be adverse to it.
So wait, was Tibet when we read the like David trying to kill Xavier and Magneto? Was that in Tibet?
That's not in Tibet. Isn't Tibet where he's like trying to control his where he does the meditations? That's when he learns it.
I think so.
To control it
yeah.
more.
So, if you wanted his hair implemented, obviously you can't just randomly get it.
Mm-hmm.
How would you go about it? If you were making this show?
Well, I wouldn't go too fully crazy on the high top.
Well, I'm thinking make it
something more like
a time period piece, like around the 90s and late 80s, early 90s when like House Party was popular. So like, yeah, so like, I mean, like his hair is like that, you know, it's the eraser top, unfortunately. So make it like, don't make it like, oh, he just has the hair, just have the hair. Have it because it needs to be there. That's my opinion.
Or some way, like, I don't know how it would, to make it not as like corny for us to see. It's like, really, that's his hair.
Maybe he's like incognito upon something and he's like, I gotta make sure I like blend in, and he just does something stupid like fucking spikes up his hair. What's her name?
How's that blending it in?
Well, maybe it'll be like what's her name? The Aubrey Plaza's character within it. Do you remember her name?
Oh, she was the Yellow Eyes.
She was Yellow Eyes? She was the monster?
Yeah, she was the monster. But she was
Spoiler
also...
alert. I didn't watch it. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh my god, I thought you seen it.
No, I couldn't. I'm not gonna lie to you. I couldn't get past like the 4th or 5th episode.
It's so good. Everything just connects at the end. So it's
Okay,
like,
so it's worth the watch. Mm-hmm. Okay, I'll get on it. When are you gonna finish Mr. Robot? Let's cross paths right here. Let's agree upon
hopefully
stuff.
soon. I'm just like, I think I'm on season 2.
Are you on season 2?
Episode 3.
All right, then I'm
So.
definitely gonna finish. I'll finish Legion. What did you just briefly? What did you think of the season finale of Mr. Robot, the first season 1?
I was like, fuck, he's dead the whole time.
Oh man, it was. We're not gonna.
It just reminded me back to like kind of like Legion, where he's like he doesn't know what's real or
Yeah.
what's
Okay.
fake.
Then
So
I
it's
definitely
like,
I'm gonna enjoy Legion than the rest of it. Okay. So, but yeah, I kind of felt like maybe her character will somehow come back and be like, well, since she's already kind of like crazy.
well, she is. I'm not. Well,
She's still a personality.
she's still somewhere in the universe. She hasn't been totally defeated. yet.
Maybe she'll like get him to like put up the hair for some stupid reason.
Maybe.
I don't know. There's so many possibilities
So
with
many
Legion.
possibilities, but don't overdo the hair. I hope.
Yeah, we need it. You know, we should tweet Cy Spear and ask his opinion on how they would introduce his hair. I think that'd be really good.
Yeah.
That's just me.
All right, but that's just word around the campfire.
So interesting. So interesting. Hey, real quick, Tiffany, what TV shows are you looking forward to coming up in the next few months? Obviously, a lot of the new seasons are coming out. Even Mr. Robot has now is not a summer 10 episode show anymore. It seems like they're going to push this for a regular season and have October with your first, 10 episodes, and then back in late January, late January, early February.
A lot of TV series are pushing back now. There wasn't any TV series really came out in the summer, except for Game of Thrones,
which was even late summer.
It was super late, which I'm currently watching.
What about Preacher?
Now.
When's Preacher coming out? I don't remember. Did you watch all of Preacher?
I think maybe it's coming out in October, around the same time as Walking Dead.
Was Preacher a Saturday show? I thought it was a Sunday show. Maybe no, because you have Talking Dead after. I thought Preacher was supposed to be a summertime show.
I don't know. I haven't really caught up to Preacher.
But back in
I've been trying to push away from AMC because I'm really over Walking Dead and I can't watch the previews anymore.
Yeah. What TV shows are you excited for coming up?
Well, let's see. Stranger Things, of course.
Stranger Things. Yes, I'm actually looking forward to October strictly because of Stranger Things. I just think it's gonna.
I want to see what's up with that. I don't know if it came out. The Gifted. X-Men?
Yeah.
Did that come out?
It hasn't come out yet.
Okay. I want to see what's up with that. Also, maybe I'm going to see what's up with Defenders. I don't know. I wasn't too crazy about Iron Fist or Luke Cage.
See, yeah, I couldn't finish Luke Cage. I didn't bother with Iron Fist. I'm willing to watch Defenders just because obviously it's been leading up to this. But even then, I think I'm on the same page with you. I'm not really that excited. I am excited about The Flash because I heard with The Flash, every fucking season has been run faster, Barry, run faster. And now it seems this season they're like, look, his enemy's not going to be a speedster anymore. We're pulling out his rogues gallery, so it's going to be Mirror Master. Maybe Captain Cold and Heatwave will come back. I don't know. Weather Wizard, all the big baddies that like his rogue gallery is, they're going to be bringing them out, which leaves out Reverse Flash because I knew that he was a part of it. But I'm excited for that. That seems like that's going to be the bread and butter for me. Other than that,
I don't know. There's just maybe I'm forgetting a bunch, but there's so many TV series out there that
I don't know if I know we saw a preview for Krypton. I'm interested in Krypton.
I haven't seen anything about Krypton yet,
they had a little something.
A little something.
And I think actually at some point somebody dies and the blood spills onto the Superman crest. So yeah, remember in Krypton they can't fly or anything, so I think it's just going to be a straight drama that just happens to take place on Krypton. And it's part of sci-fi, and it seems like sci-fi is getting a lot of
So this is before Superman?
This is like the great-grandfather of Superman.
Mm-hmm. So we're going back in time?
Yes, we are.
Okay. I'm in the planet.
Not excited about Gotham. Black Lightning's coming out. I'm not really too key on that one. What else is there? Legends of Tomorrow. I mean, I guess it's technically a comic. I am excited about Rick and Morty. Where's my
your phaser?
My portal gun. I think
it's over there.
I think it's in the back room of the studio. Fuck, the green room, I should say.
Did you put batteries in it?
No, not yet. I was gonna. Oh, but I looked at the screw for the bottom of it, and it's already stripped. I was like, I didn't even touch it. Like the douchebags that put this together stripped my crap. So I'm a little upset about that. But
well, it wasn't made very greatly.
Yeah, it might as well. For the amount I paid, I'm pretty sure it said made in China, but whatever.
Or Taiwan.
Something. So Tiffany, you actually have our main for today.
Yeah. James Gunn.
What? I wish I had the but I don't.
Gives update on the future of MCU's cosmic characters.
What is the future of the MCU that James Gunn has to say, Tiffany?
Well, apparently it's gonna be about after Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 that there's going to be a new, kind of like a new team, but from the original team of Guardians of the Galaxy.
So maybe
Sylvester Stallone's team.
Yeah. Yes. Everything.
So,
yes.
I don't know what this means. Like Infinity War, that means like some of them die, and maybe that's why they're pushing this new team out.
But
that could be
but this is for Guardians 3.
Yes. Well, after 3.
So I think Infinity Wars 2 comes out after that. Infinity War 2 comes before this. I have a feeling that what we're gonna get, and I'm kind of excited for this. Maybe we'll get like Star-Lord grounded, and like he'll have
the Zdarsky one.
Yeah. So like.
So good. You need to check out that comic book.
So we'll have something like that where like Gamora's like screw you and goes with like the new Guardian team.
Well, something happens in the Infinity Wars that the team just breaks apart. So
yeah, and I have a feeling that happens in 1, but in 2, I think everything gets brought back together. But then everybody has their own agenda, and that's where like Star-Lord and Gamora are gonna hook up in 1. Then in 2, they're gonna break up.
Is it like a possible hookup where like this is our only chance?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Yes,
to the table now.
Yes, and I think that's why James Gunn has been building it up and not allowing it to happen with the Guardians. But then when they break up in Infinity War 2, that's when Gamora goes with the new team of Guardians, and then Star-Lord stays. And you know how like Hulk has been tagging along with like Thor? Star-Lord's gonna tag along with someone, I have a feeling.
Well, Gamora leaves the team, but Rocket and Drax, they go their kind of own way. But then Drax also gets, he gets pushed off to another dimension where they think he's dead.
Yeah.
So
and then on top of it, I think at that moment it's like Kitty Pryde, The Thing, a whole bunch of other people that are
Star-Lord and Kitty
Guardians.
Pryde hook up.
Yeah, but we can't get that nowadays. Thanks, Fox. Anyways, what else did James Gunn say? Do we have any other quotes?
Let's see. I'm definitely interested in the direction that these characters are headed, gonna explain, and their roles in the Marvel universe. But let's see. One element of their original Guardians that the MCU has no plans to address, according to Gunn, are their time travel based origins. As many Marvel Comics fans knows, the team originally hails from the 31st century, but Gunn says that their origins have been much more simplified.
Yeah, I think they were just the first Guardians. We saved someone at some time, so let's continue on.
He says that is not something that we're dealing with. Gunn explained, these are older characters and more criminal than our Guardians, so we're focusing on that.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's gonna be interesting. I'm excited to see the new team.
Yeah, I'm just hoping Sylvester Stallone doesn't bite the dust before that.
He's not.
Neither was Chester Bennington. And look what happened there. Look, Robin Williams. We had a lot of people that were
Sylvester is
like,
not gonna like kill himself because he's so proud of his daughters.
look, man, he's not gonna draw
now.
first blood.
He's not. Plus, he has a lot of things made possible in new future Rocky movies.
Oh yeah.
Rambo.
Did you hear what happened with the Rocky movie?
No.
Who the fuck is it from? Drago.
Drago?
Drago? Is it Drago or Drago?
From who?
From Rocky. It's Drago, right?
Yeah. Oh, the Russian dude.
Yeah.
I must break you.
So now in the next movie, it's going to be his son, and he's going to be fighting Apollo. And that's the storyline.
Drago's son?
Yeah. So it's like a vengeance thing. Like, you kill... My name is... What is it? Something Montoya. You kill my father.
Well, it kind of makes sense because at the end, he's all like, I just want to know... Let my father know if he was here that I love him and, like, he didn't mean to leave me. And he was, like, pretty much trying to show that he wasn't, like, a bastard mistake in his family.
Yeah.
So he's still trying to prove himself and trying to be, like, you know...
So maybe it's like vengeance.
Is vengeance because, like, his mom, too. His mom,
oh, yeah. She's all, don't get married. That's how your daddy died.
His stepmom that brought him back and, like, took care of him.
Yeah.
Because he was moving house to house. I know too much of Rocky because of my family.
I loved Rocky. My dad was in fact when my
I think
dad
all our fathers do.
Yeah, yeah, that's one of those ones. Like I remember my dad watching Rocky Balboa and he was crying. I was like, "You fucking crying?" And he's like, "I used to watch as a kid. Shut up." And I was like, "I was just asking. I'm sorry. I'll leave it be." Let's go ahead. Let's get into this week's comic books that are coming out. So this is in the way future, you guys. I read The Realm issue 1. You can find our interview exclusively through the podcast app. So make sure to subscribe to us either on iTunes, Stitcher, or now officially Google Play. Yes, that is right. You're able to find us on Google Play. So now you don't need to download the Stitcher app, and on top of it, Google Play is far better quality. So make sure to
for you Android people.
Get our numbers up, dude. Share it with all the other Android users as well. So I read The Realm. The Realm comes out in September. Right off the bat, I'll say I highly suggest this comic. This comic is basically following our main character, Will Nolan, who has some sort of, I don't want to say thing attached to him, but there's something. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's alien. All I know is his arm almost looks like Carnage, but not. It's not at all like claws and everything, but it looks like some weird flesh thing that's kind of attached to it. See, I don't know. Like, I can't even describe it. All I know is he has a nightmare about it, and then when he wakes up, everything's normal. So this guy is, I want to say bounty hunter, but bounty hunters kill people.
Mm-hmm. They get paid.
He's more like a person he's more like a PI, but it's in a post-apocalyptic universe where orcs take over. So it's got a little bit of fantasy. It's like Dungeons and Dragons meets like Blade Runner. Like it's really intriguing, really interesting because it takes place in the future. Mm-hmm. You got this guy that's really badass, but you have all these moving characters that come in. At one point, this guy he goes. They tell Will we have a job. It's gonna pay big. Go and check it out. And he goes to check it out. And as these people leave, some guy just like randomly like pops down and he has a mask and everything. And Will's like, "Yeah, thanks for coming in, Batman. All right, now go follow him." And the guy goes and he follows him. And you have another like this storyline where an orc is trying to do something to get more powerful. And even like this evil entity is like, "You don't deserve this." So there's a lot of moving parts within this comic, but it's so great because it's setting up this universe for at least 4 or 5 storylines, which is really hard to do. But it keeps the mystery of like, who are these people? And it's actually from Seth Speck, which he is a writer on, he used to write X-Men. And then we have, I forgot, Jeremy Hahn, who is the artist on The Beauty, which is a great Image comic. So I highly suggest picking it up. It's really, it's good. If you just want a good, solid comic that will surprise you for the first issue, because at this point, I'm not surprised with anything.
Nice.
It was a nice breath of fresh air. I'm like, oh, this is something familiar, but something new at the same time. I also read The Flash 28, and basically Barry Allen is no longer with Iris because Iris kills the Reverse Flash, which kind of makes everything better. But when Reverse Flash throws the Flash into the speed zone, Flash absorbs it. So he looks like weird and like almost dead. Like his skin's not right. His suit is now red on black, but he's faster than ever. So like when he runs, he destroys towns. So now he's trying to figure out his powers and whatnot. And something happens at the very...
So when he runs, like everything goes ablaze in flames?
Yeah, basically there's like flames. There's like just like there's... Imagine like if he has like almost like energy, like a tunnel around him. So the buildings are destroyed on the side. And like, yeah, towards the end you have Shrapnel come in. And apparently he's a lot stronger than we thought he was. So Flash might be framed for something that happens. Last but not least, I read Faith and the Future Force.
How was that?
That was interesting. That already came out, so you could get number 1 now. I will say with the Flash, this is not a good jumping on point, but I will say if this, I don't know how this is going to end, but I'm really liking it, so maybe pick up the graphic novel when it finally comes out in an issue or 2. Faith and the Future Force is it's Doctor Who Paradise is what it is. because Faith is a fangirl as well.
Mm-hmm.
So a doctor comes back in time travel. And she's like, oh my God, you're the doctor. I've been waiting all my life. And they're like, first off, no. Second off,
I feel like that would be more of your expression when if you saw the doctor who just appear right now.
Yeah. It would be. So they travel in the future, but Faith dies. And like they keep, apparently Faith is the key to something. They just don't know what.
So they keep bringing her back?
So they keep time traveling to the same point. But this time around, they end up
like
getting...
Doctor Strange. Like, you're killing me.
Yeah.
Back.
Yeah, basically. So this time around, they bring Faith and they're like, Faith, but we need reinforcements. And they can't tell her why because they can't be like, hey, you're going to your death. So she goes, I got it. So she brings in the Harbinger Renegades as her reinforcement. And that's where it ends. It's a great jumping on point. Ooh, excuse me, I apologize. If you're interested in Faith, this is an okay comic to jump on. I actually say this is more for any fans of time travel. It doesn't matter if you like Faith or no Faith at all. It's all about time travel in this, and it's really interesting, really intriguing. Even like the enemy is this really friendly like robot. Like it just imagine a plain Jane robot with literally like two eyes that are just slashes down and a smiley face. That's it.
A friendly robot.
That kills people.
Bring me my beer.
Yeah, that's it. What am I made for? You're made to make butter. Bring me butter. What is
You're past the butter.
No, that's what I'll say. I wouldn't say this comic is for everybody, but anybody that loves time travel stories, pick it up. You'll be pleasantly surprised.
Question.
Answer.
What do you think of the new Doctor that's coming on?
The female Doctor? I think originally I felt that it was unnecessary to make the Doctor female. I'm not sexist or anything upon it. It was just like, why are we going down this? But after talking to Patrick and everything, feels like we were setting up because Missy, the Master, was originally a guy and obviously got turned into a girl. So it feels like they've been kind of pushing towards this and hinting towards it. We just didn't realize it. Honestly, Peter Capaldi was an okay Doctor. Matt Smith was great. David Tennant was the best. Christopher Eccleston's my favorite. So I don't have an opinion until I really see the whole season and can judge it. I'm still continuing to watching Doctor Who. I think it's a great show. But I don't have an opinion until I see it. Like with a Doctor, you can't even do that. You know what I mean? Because you're switching constantly. So you're like, some people are like, this season's better than this season, and they have favorite Doctors. So it's an interesting choice, I'll say that. But if this is the case, then I want more range. I want a black Doctor. I want several different iterations with several different races, not just, the Doctor's
white.
Always... Exactly. Right on the nose. The Doctor can't always
an
be
Asian Doctor?
Anything. If you're driving down this route, you have to now see that the door is complete. It's the same thing with like James Bond. You can make James Bond anybody because anybody is 007.
Yeah, but they had to be British.
That's
the only thing.
All right, fair enough. Tiffany, what'd you read? I already know what you read because you threw it at us earlier today.
Yeah, but I'm reading one that hasn't come out yet, Unsound 3.
Okay, so you're continuing down the Unsound.
Yeah.
My first question is,
trippy.
But why are you continuing down Unsound?
I don't know why, but it's just really dark and...
Especially for a Boom comic.
Yeah. And also, I don't know why the art just reminds me of All Real Monsters. Maybe that's why I like reading it. That's cool. But this one is, pretty much they're still trying to figure out a way out of the asylum while the other patients are coming to attack them.
Okay.
So they're going down this long tunnel, and one of the, I guess, nurses kind of panics, takes off the mask that they're supposed to wear so they won't be followed. And the patients find her and drag her out, and pretty much, I don't know what they do, eat her and beat her to death or something like that. It's pretty crazy.
Just blood splattering.
Yeah, there's just blood everywhere. It's okay. And then also the doctor, he went into this room, and they're like, hey, where is he at? Go back, and he's, hung. But he's, trying to get out, and, one of the patients hit him with, a stick, and he bursts, a piñata, and all these razor blades start falling everywhere. So it was just really trippy. I'm excited to see what happens next because it's a be continued because something happens and they haven't shown it yet.
Four? Did we already establish it's 4 issues, right?
Yes, I think it's 4 issues. I'm not sure.
Okay, because that means we're at our finale next.
Maybe, but I think
feels like this is gonna be a 5 or 6 issue at least with the story you're telling me. I
think it's longer, but I don't remember how long the series is, but
Can we get a fact check on that? No, you can't. Producer Chris is refusing to work.
My laptop gave out.
No! At least he's honest. Go ahead and continue, Tiffany.
But yeah, I'm excited. So if you guys like the unsound and you like creepy shit, and especially in mental asylums, check it out. Also, that's the only one I read as a preview. What I read recently, I've picked up True Believers #1 of Black Panther this week. It came out on the shelves. So I'm trying to see the history of Black Panther because I really never really...
Yeah, all I know is from Wakanda. Yeah. That's about it.
But this was a pretty trippy... a very trippy comic book. Obviously, the colors from like Jack Kirby.
Oh, is that Jack Kirby?
Yeah. And basically, he's trying to get this little majestic little frog, colorful frog, but it's a time machine. So they're trying to he just grabs it and he goes with Professor Little, and they're trying to get away from these assassins that are trying to take the turtle. And then this queen shows up.
Jack Kirby's art is so amazing. Just everything about it is nothing but love.
Just, it was so good. Basically, they try to use Black Panther because he knows the code to go into, what's his name? Somebody's tomb to get the code for the frog so they could do the time machine portal. But then they hit the little frog, it's not a turtle, a frog, with a gun, and it turns into this big ass alien, the 6 million year man.
It looks like a fucked up version of the Watcher, dude.
Yeah. So that comes out and it's like a pretty much be continued. So
let's be honest, was Jack Kirby on LSD? Like, I really want to know because he made the weirdest fucking things. Jack Kirby was on Doctor Strange for a long time, wasn't he as well? I'm pretty sure.
Hey, but I'm not against it. Look at these amazing.
No, I agree with you. It's just I don't think the normal mind could think of these things. Like he was just.
That's what I'm excited about Thor, because all the Thor Ragnarok, because all the colors and shit, the trippy out.
I feel like it doesn't belong. Look at this. Look at this panel.
But
I'm gonna send it to Jose.
Jack Kirby did work on Thor. It's just that Thor Ragnarok. The movie is hitting like so many stories, and I've been reading a bunch of old school Thor. Like, they said it's based on number 272 to 77, and you see Hela and Loki are the ones that team up with each other to defeat Thor. So
interesting.
So they're picking off some things, and then Hela also teams up with Thanos as well. To defeat Asgard.
Well, I heard in, spoiler alert, and this is about Infinity War. Mm-hmm. I hear in Infinity War, like at the very beginning, like, not Thor, Loki. Loki presents like an Infinity Stone to Thanos, and Thanos goes, thanks, and crushes Loki's head. So that's like, we've been saving Loki so long just to have him die in Infinity War.
I don't think
they'll
show him getting his head crushed, but
I think maybe it'll be like the stupid like done, and like you just see like Thanos like do that.
So he pretty much got the cube then.
Yeah, obviously Thanos gets everything.
So, and then also I'm trying to get the story of Valkyrie because she's in Thor. And her and Hela have this battle back in the past, so they're gonna show that in the movie. So I'm trying to see what comic is that.
Tell you what, you do that, I'll read Planet Hulk, man.
Oh yeah, and Planet Hulk is a big thing too.
Yeah, Planet Hulk's a huge. Well, to what I heard within Infinity War, that supposedly Mark Ruffalo with the Hulk supposedly is having so much screen time that it's gonna feel like a Hulk movie, and things are gonna go into play for Infinity War 1 and 2 for Hulk to kind of do something. So. The rumor is, word around the campfire, is that we're going to get to Planet Hulk. Yeah. And in Infinity War 2, all the Hulks are going to come and just
Planet
smash.
Hulk, they're going to have their own movie? Or is it just going to be like
I think it's going to end
kind of like a flashback, like what Mark Ruffalo remembers where he was this whole time?
Supposedly within Ragnarok, that's why obviously we heard at D23 and at Comic-Con that Thor is kind of like traveling through space and he randomly hits
I've seen
the
ship, the Guardian ship.
something with the M. What's the Milano?
Yeah.
Hits a Milano, and that's why Hulk isn't there, because Hulk ends up bailing and going. He ends up finding Planet Hulk.
Yeah.
So that's why, like, supposedly, I think in Infinity War 1 and 2,
it's gonna.
that's when we bring. Yeah, that's when we're gonna establish Hulk and Hulk doing everything on Planet Hulk, and out of nowhere at the end, he's gonna come with all the Hulks, and they're just gonna fuck Thanos up. That's what I heard. Word around the campfire. I don't know if it's true. Would you want that or no?
I gotta find my sources because I think something I can't really say here, but
Really?
I'll tell you after.
We have a lot of sources, and we're not gonna announce them. I will say
I'm
that
not able to talk this.
I think I know who she spoke to. I will say that I can't say this. Oh, that should have been my word around the campfire. I forgot
What?
that Jared Leto is supposedly to play Bloodshot.
There's no explanation for that.
What I will say is my source, and I can talk about it, is that supposedly, even though everybody's saying it, the Marvel cinematic universe is supposed to end after Infinity War, supposedly.
That's it.
Yeah, like so you have your beginning, your middle, and Thanos is your end. Which
Well, there's also somebody after Thanos.
who? Galactus?
Yeah.
But Galactus is owned by Fox still.
Yeah.
To what I heard.
But only for Marvel, Disney, it's gonna end. But Fox is still part can continue.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. There's a lot of rumors everywhere. That's what I will say. Of course.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out that whole Thor Ragnarok story. So it's like it's all different issues. Like they're pulling from different stories.
I've
from
read
old
Ragnarok.
ones.
It was horrible.
I know, but it's not really based on that. It's based on other stories.
Okay,
So they're
all right.
pulling all those all in one.
Good, because Ragnarok
Yeah.
sucked.
Yeah. So
bad.
it's interesting.
Thor with his little nub. No, it still works. I promise you. Oh, fuck that. With that note, go ahead and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter under Comics After Dark. I'm your host, MTR, also known as Matt the Rat. And as always,
Tiffany.
And until next time, you guys, keep on comic coming. Later.